Confessions. When it comes to Valentine's Day, I am of two minds. It's either a commercialized holiday that has also been appropriated by Christians and white people to just sell candy and chocolates to people. But I also vacillate between that and I made you something. Every year that my husband and I have been together, I get him a heart, a puffy heart. And it started, I think, like the first year or two that we were seeing each other. I think I was in the Denver airport and I saw this quartz crystal, a puffy heart, and so I snagged him a couple. It just so happened to be around February, so I gave him this heart. And every year since, I get him a heart made out of a mineral. So like he's got carnelian and topaz and citrine and sodalite. I got him coprolite last year, the year before. That's, fossilized dinosaur turds. And finally this year, I decided to make one of my own for him. This is kind of in the style of Brian Mock. If you follow him, he is just an amazing artist. And I think he is popular even off of social media, like he's featured in magazines and stuff. And I think he started maybe with commissioned sculptures of animals, of bits and pieces of like donated items and hardware and fasteners, stuff like that. And they're like the coolest, most lifelike looking little animals. But, we've watched him evolve into this really sophisticated artist doing like these women just rising out of the ground. And you can see the motion in them. And he made this enormous lion that's in a lobby somewhere. He is the level I dream to be at. But I've never made anything with a whole bunch of little bits thrown together and then like just barely sanded. I don't like to use a sander in my projects or a grinder. I don't like to shape metal too much. I want to try to contour it as best I can and then maybe just soften it. And that's what I did with this heart, so that I can make a puffy heart, a lot like the stones that I've gotten my husband in the past. And it's soft, it's smooth. I haven't clear coated it yet. Probably should. Oh! That is a mistake. Gold, steel, and isopropyl alcohol. So the first type of little sculpture I've done with a bunch of little fasteners into the shape as much as I could, and then just kind of knocked the high spots down, knocked the corners off so that you can still make out what the pieces were, but that it's soft on your hands. Now, when I was a welding instructor up at BOCES, one of the campuses, my program was right next to the woodworkers program. And sometimes he and I would, help each other out. I would fix some tools and he would make me some things out of wood. And so I came to him, and at this point, my husband had I don't know, like over a dozen of these little hearts. And I asked if he would make a little display case for me. And all I wanted was a grid, like, I don't know, 3x3 grid, something with a lid that he can put these little rocks in. And the dude was extra, Bill Stobie. He made this lovely little box that had a tray that set into another box, and then he routed a heart in the top and put a piece of glass in it. And that box is now getting filled up. So this year I appealed to my go-to woodworker, Marwin, to make me a similar box. And I gave him, vague dimensions, vague idea of what I wanted, maybe another 18-hole box for the next however many years. Hopefully with bigger holes, because the hearts that I've been getting him are either like 2-inch, or I didn't realize they were 3-inch hearts, and that's kind of what this is. So I'm hoping that the new box will accommodate the larger hearts I've gotten him, and the first box I got, the little small hearts. So I can't wait to see what Marwin comes up with for a little display box, and I want to see what my husband says about this. He's not a very emotive person, but I think he'll like it. This is the box that the carpentry teacher made me years ago. It's got to have the glass put back into it. There's the routed heart. These are the type of rocks that I got him. This is a type of jasper. Can't tell, it almost looks like peridot or it's a snowflake obsidian though. See? It kind of has snowflakes in it. Tiger eye. Amethyst. Do you see how some of them are larger than others? This might be the coprolite. Goldstone. Some of these are more brilliant in person or in the proper light. Iron pyrite. Fool's gold. Poor guy. One of them came with, I think it's this one, a black light. Red zebra jasper. This might be a purple quartz. Every year I try to get something just a little bit different. The pink one I just remembered I got when our first daughter was born. That was when we had our first baby girl for the first year. They're in the yard in the garden. Here it is again one more time in rotation in natural lighting after I've applied a clear coat to it. I used that fancy Everbright coating just because, I don't know, treating the boy. And this is the box that my woodworking friend made for us this year. It's a bit more robust than the other one, but it's pretty solid built. He works with another friend who does a lot of carving, and they put this heart inlay into the handle, and the acrylic top slides out. And it has another acrylic layer so that you can see the layer underneath the top one. It has bigger squares so that it can accommodate the larger hearts that I got him. And the big one that I got him this year. I gave it all to my husband and he liked it, but he's not one for like theatric reactions to anything. And I don't think he loves the camera. We'll just take for granted that he honestly likes it.